I am trying to put a case that Mage should be deleted, and I'm comparing it to Priest. Probably most hated class because it seems like they don't want to play the game. And the only thing Priest needs is their Borklers to be confiscated. And all of a sudden, they're weak as hell. And up to turn 4, up to mana 4, they don't really have crazy Borklers, so this could actually change. We, at the 3rd episode now, have this kind of score, go to round 5 of 5 mana, but I've promised to take a look at Trump's games. He must have built some Mage deck, some Priest deck in the past, so I want to see how things evolved. Now, this is probably digging into deeper past than I would normally go to. But let's just see what we find. What's Trump's opinions? Because even though he's not uploading Hearthstone content that much anymore, we might still find something interesting, right? Because he was playing interesting decks all the way through. So let's just see what happens. And then we move on to the finale. I'll leave myself 40 minutes if Trump's if I complete the whole list, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all the things. There's not a lot of 7+ cost cards, so this should be doable. So I will leave. Maybe I can leave myself 30 minutes. Doesn't seem like a chore. All right. What happens if I type in Mage? Now, again, all the arguments why Mage is terrible is in the first 2 videos. But mostly, it literally doesn't have an identity. In my comments, people say it's RNG, Mage is trying to not play the game, basically, and discourage you from playing the game. You just sit there and stare at your frozen minions, at all the secrets that you have to play around. It's a really nasty class, you know. It kind of makes sense that Mage doesn't want to go into battle, but this is the vibe for the entirety of the game, that you can't even get close to the Mage. So many Mages just not only have been left with full health, because I can't possibly attack them somehow, but they also generate armor on top of that. Apparently that's their identity. I'm pretty curious about armor. And the most recent armor type cards are still in the game. In fact, Cold Case has been the meme of the previous episode because it shows up in every single Mage deck since it was released. Cold Case, guys. It doesn't seem like an overwhelming card, but apparently it's good enough as long as you gain some armor. As long as you can increase survivability and cast more spells, and eventually cast your ultimate supreme win condition, which is casting more spells. So, yeah, it's a spell-heavy class, but it turns into a control matchup very quickly. The only thing that sort of is an exception are Mech decks that Mage had. But recently the Mage Mech deck happens to be very aggressive, and Warshak showed that you can win on turn 5 and 6, and potentially it's still viable today. I don't know. You tell me, because I don't play everything, and I don't follow Hearthstone super closely, but I like investigating. I like taking a look at what's going on. There is Mage Arena, teaching Freeze Mage 8 years ago. Was that first real weird deck. Okay. I'm not necessarily looking for a playlist here. Insane Mage deck 9 months ago. We're gonna watch like 3 videos, see what we find. Any cringe will be reported and the button will be clicked. So let the battle continue. Now, the runner-up cringe class is Warlock for me personally. You can tell yours, but and also like Death Knight is climbing really fast in terms of cringe. Demon Hunter has chilled down to insanity, but it's also kind of cringy class because it seemed to no longer have an identity anymore. It has all kinds of cards. Hard draw is an identity of Demon Hunter, but what do you draw cards with? You know, what is that? What is that one thing that you draw cards with? Because most of the card draw, as cool as it is, this is the only thing that it does. It doesn't like cycle your hand. This was pretty nice. I played this. This was nice. So, Demon Hunter is actually one of my favorite class, and Death Knight is not. In fact, it's almost like a mistake that has been made with all these runes, but I guess if it's fun to design that shit, I'll take it. But yeah, it depends how Death Knight evolves, especially after Blood Decay gets rotated. If rotated. So that one's on the edge. But yeah, I don't like Warlock. I don't have to explain why. Warlock is also trying to not play the game by shoving curses down your throat. And now Sludge is the new curse Warlock. Don't quite like it, but it is what it is. Let's do this, boys. Yeah, that explains why it's very long video. Exodia Mage. Already, I don't think you like Exodia, right?
Welcome!
This one's also pretty interesting. It has more views. You can just look into the X, because it shows the average value of the video.
One of the few decks that can beat that deck, which is a control deck, which can beat that.
He's saying that what he's playing is a control deck, which is false. To some extent, it's control deck, but what's making this control? This is more a survival into a combo, into Exodia. Right? Control OTK. Well, OTK has to naturally control things on the board. But we'll see. Maybe it is a mix. I just don't see it that way, though.
Keeping in mind that this is usually a control deck and just plays and wins with Jaina, but against certain matchups like this one, you know, built specifically for the combo.
Interesting, he did reply to my concern. Yeah, I mean, I saw Jaina. It's still like not that many elementals on the deck. Or anything to support Jaina, just to, well, I mean, that's pretty cringe. That's cringe of the past in a way. That's cringe that also Priest had. Where apparently Hero helps you go to the control matchup, which makes sense. But single-handedly winning control matchups, it's kind of weird.
Early season, and you know, doing crazy science experiments is good. If I wanted to win, I would just play Raza Priest right now.
No, no, not like this, bro.
At last, I've assembled all the pieces of the combo.
Yeah, he discounted that because it's generated stuff. He copied it in his hands. So now, he just plays Antonidas and all the rest of the game, right? I'm actually not sure. You still need to play that, no? The 4-mana spell to copy and paste. You need to have 4 of them at least, right? So I'm still confused. I forgot the discount, holy shit.
I'm pretty sure we have enough time.
He did have to draw his entire deck for this, but that's how OTK decks work. Sometimes your pieces get stuck in the bottom. Oops.
Bad man.
Okay, this is promising Tempo Mage. Let's see it.
Yeah, a lovely starting hand.
Yeah, you would imagine something with spell damage and secrets and Alaneth. Okay, that's the whole thing. If Alaneth was able to do that, give you a Tempo Mage, I guess I'm okay with that.
Statistic that I found really interesting about it.
Yes, very interesting statistic. Thank you guys for 30 subscribers. And I do in fact care about that goddamn statistic. Because it's not easy to get 60 subscribers, bro. On my main channel, I was just getting 100 over a year of work. But yeah, of course, I'm not a polished creator. I don't edit my videos. It's not a problem that I want to deal with, technically. I'm just chilling, relaxing, and showing everything, which includes losses as well. And people seem to, you know, notice that at least. But hopefully they notice that only when I receive 1,000 subscribers in total will I become a supervillain, squeezing people for their dollars and stuff. Because I want to pay for my YouTube Premium, guys. Holy shit. Someone has to pay for it.
Not going to.
But it is probably pretty funny how long it will take for me to get 1,000. Or I have to get myself in hot waters, which I don't like. Yeah, let's see how Tempo Mage looks like. What it does for tempo. I do see low-cost cards, not many minions. Even Thalnos. It's kind of weird. Can you call this a Tempo Mage? Well, technically he's playing against another Zoo deck. That's pretty nice. We're gonna get to test the power level. Probably has to draw Elneth to win. That's my suspicion. Literally, Zoo is at 11 health on turn 5. That is interesting. I would never thought I would see something like this. He keeps on damaging himself as well, which turns out to be a big... Ugh. 4 at turn 5. My bad.
Anomaly on the board by trading Kieran Toy Mage instead.
I mean, technically, removing the minion with a ping is also an option where you draw a card and frostball opponent's face. He chose to just go face. So apparently winning at turn 6 is not insane. This is like 5 years ago. What the hell? I'm scared, man. If you can just like easily win like this, holy shit. Against again, another aggro / tempo deck. You can just... Okay, look, whatever he's playing, it looks more like an aggro deck, not tempo. I'm just telling you guys. You don't just win on turn 5-6 like this. Holy shit. Okay, mirror match. I wonder if it's very old ranking system. I think it was gold back in the day. I don't know. I think it also like changed colors from rank 5 every single time. No, I have no idea anymore.
Got it. And against control.
Yeah, I mean, you can't call a tempo deck when your secrets are pretty aggressive. I'm not gonna lie. So that deals damage. You draw cards repetitively, play 0-cost secrets. The only thing like Arcane Intellect, I'm not sure why you need it. Oh wait, because you burn your hand very quickly. Interesting. He didn't even draw the Elneth yet, the first few games. I'll watch this one and move on.
I still win if I draw enough burn by the time.
This is interesting. He's now in a pickle situation. And again, tempo decks don't really like losing their hands or dumping their hands. So this is 100% aggro deck, alright? And Elneth doesn't change much. It actually makes things worse for the definition. This is very weird, but if you can build an aggro deck, I still approve that this is less cringe than what normally Mage plays.
Why? What?
Yeah, that one's a little bit cringe. Yeah, it is pretty notable. Those randomly discovered fireballs. Holy Jesus. I want to see what this is. Discover Mage? Discover a Fireball Mage? We can already see Pyroblast. Babbling Book. There's a lot of fire in here as well. Alexstrasza, Medivh. Medivh. I got a comment that says Medivh was not played. Seemingly it is, as long as you have a big Borkler or big spells. It makes sense. So that's a cool card. And annoying in that sense. This was my like legendary review video that made me look at the card. It's a little bit cringe to get so much stats. But it's even more cringe to just play Medivh Weapon at 2 mana and get consistent minions out, which is what Mage got with the keyboard. So what deck is he playing here? I don't even understand. It's probably some weird control archetype at this point. And why does it call it Discover Mage? You have Courier, Glyph. And if you don't have a third Discover, I will be disappointed. And I probably am. And you already called this Discover Mage? Okay, so far so cringe.
Thanks to HS Replay for those detailed stats.
I only have one thing to say to the detailed stat, unfortunately. Nerd! Flame Kaiser was probably way better. It's free. I mean, 1 mana draw 2 is pretty cool, but he can't play it right now. Could have done for the 0 mana and pinged. I prefer that play. You also get +1 damage, I believe. Oh, no. Yeah, you don't. But you don't lose Frostbolt. That's what I meant.
Feels Tunnel Trog, man.
His opponent is also playing a Discover Priest. Except, if his opponent discovers more cards than Trump, for every card, I will have to remove one. Right now, we're sitting at 1. Okay, more than 4 cards. So we're sitting at 2. If my opponent is, or the priest discovers 4 or more cards. I mean, it's chilling for some reason with this juicy hand, but like there's crazy minions on the board. 2 of them. He drew 2. And the priest still doesn't have a way to delete them, or doesn't care. That's pretty crazy, dude.
He's valet.
At this point, I'm like, priest is cringe. Holy shit, while I watch Trump. That's the conclusion, apparently. Okay, that's pretty nice.
Go.
Discover number 3. Honestly, now priest has removed 1 cringe point, because that was cool. And whatever Mage is doing is not very cool. Wow. I say this is a Discover effect.
Wow.
That is a vow. I do agree with that. Holy shit.
Dragonfire kills it all, unfortunately.
Okay, priest. Don't do that to Trump. He wanted to win so badly. What is he gonna do now?
Still so much value here.
This is probably the only class that can manipulate Alexstrasza the most, right? Because you have so much burn in your hands, you don't actually care. Past this point, once they hit 15, like, you just slamming. In fact, you have Fireball, Frostbolt as a win condition in that position. In this case, Medivh Valet would be the Ice Bolt. So technically, what Trump just did is set up 15 damage lethal. I don't quite like that. It is Priest that can sort of play around that, so hopefully this game doesn't end just that quickly.
The game plan is to...
Yeah. It's almost like he's playing Heal Priest, which is also a little bit cringe that this card is this valuable. But now we see a very interesting game, I think. Maybe both of them would lose cringe. Face each other, losers. Yeah, as cringe as Mage is with summoning this randomly, Priest is not doing much at all. So, +1. As you can see, it's literally playing into the identity of let's clear the board a bunch of times and heal ourselves. And hopefully something good will happen out of that. Ah, that's sad.
This guy is actually Sonic.
I mean, yeah.
Oh wow, this guy is actually Sonic. Sonic and Knuckles, man.
That is pretty weird. Whatever you want, Trump. You want chocolate? Wow. That is a picture of Sonic and Knuckles. I can't believe... Where's Tails? Oh yeah, Trump did run 2 Frostbolts. I didn't notice that. Is that a complete mirror matchup? Or it could be tempo, like last time. In quotation marks, tempo. Now with this blade, it makes me feel like it's some kind of combo mage.
I'll get my Ice Barrier.
He knows better.
Kind of a trap future.
Breeze Mage still available at 2017, but maybe there wasn't a rotation back then. In both ways, it's very cringe to see no one doing anything, just setting up damage. I wonder what other classes can do stuff like that. Just kill from hand for such a long time. What the hell, bro? You can definitely set up lethal, but there's 2 ice blocks to go through. Which is super duper cringe, holy shit.
It puts him in a Medivh range with a 1 attack. Like, it puts him in a 2 damage range eventually. This next turn I'm going to Fire Blast, and then...
No, you don't put into the range, because attacking even with a weapon enables +8 armor thing. Or ice barrier. He is also considering that his opponent will soon fatigue. Right now it's at 5 cards, I believe. Those are some extra juicy fireballs we have here. Interesting.
Come on. Nice, nice. Yes?
I mean, there was one more turn, but definitely saved by Paveling Book. Why not? It's time to switch to Priest. Also, the highlight of just, like, getting a Paveling Book is kind of cringe. But, sure, that's one thing Mage can do, is get the right amount of damage whenever you need it. Priest in a nutshell, look at that. Obviously, people hated it. Damn, bro. This is what happens when something costs 0 mana and you can refresh it. Jesus Christ. I'm noticing that Trump does know how to make thumbnails too. Which I didn't actually quite notice for a long time until I started making good thumbnails. Now I can see good thumbnails. I can see the difference. But at the same time, I'm kind of not overwhelmed, I guess. They're not that creative. And I usually don't even read thumbnails, funny enough. Raza, I don't want to deal with that shit right now. This from 6 years ago already. Crazy, man. Raza has been dominating for so long. So, is that arena or what? This is a very recent one.
Yeah. But the Priest control deck, it's actually got a lot of single target removal.
I have never seen something so cheap called a control deck. I'll reduce 1 cringe point because that's pretty interesting. This would not normally fly as a control deck. Also, it has both locations in there. How is this going to play out? Technically, you can get discover effects here. Fizzle, I guess. Talon requires you to get that, so you can play infinite amount of cards. Because that point, and most importantly, Love Everlasting. Oh, he loves Fight Over Me. I love that card, bro.
Can just go infinite. I don't see how this deck can possibly lose. Right?
I mean, it's a very good introduction. Now I'm intrigued in him losing and answering the question, I guess.
Holy cow. I'm going to lose. No.
So his confidence has been burst by infinite hero power. Literally at the first game, turn 4, his confidence has evaporated. I mean, only on Priest, boys. Only Priest gives people that much confidence. Let's go, baby. This makes me feel like I should just try Hero Power Druid because I love the class anyways. I still got one more subscriber. Holy shit. Thanks if you miss me. Holy shit, like, no need for roses. Correct me if I'm wrong, but recently I've gained so many views from every video. There's no real flops here. For a very long time. Am I wrong? The only flop is like a thumbnail I like the most, actually. So you might want to unflop it. I don't know. I didn't hate the gameplay of this. Apparently, text does improve something. I don't know what happened here. Maybe there has to be a little bit more explanation on the thumbnail. But then, yeah. You can start seeing flops. And I came from this position where I'm like, shit, I'm not getting any views. I need to do something crazy to do that. Until this happened, right? After this happened, now I'm like, oh, now my channel is doing the normal things. After a viral hit. That's something to consider, you know, like, you to potentially, like, open floodgates based on virality that you can achieve. I'm not sure.
Oh no! Alexia, you're ruining me!
What? I mean... What? I don't understand what his problem was. Also, he redrew all... Oh, Onyxia. Oh. Okay. It's not like he needs infinite stuff right now. Also, he had a thing. And he drew those things with a thing. Whatever. I mean, this is exciting from a priest perspective. And when I'm excited, I somehow cringe. Well, the only cringe is this. Those 4 locations on the board and they seem useless. Besides Hero Power Druid, I do want to check the power level of every single location. That one's a little bit difficult to do, because I don't want to go through every single class. I'm gonna pick the most, probably confusing ones. Like Druid 1 is actually pretty confusing as well. Oh, now I will remember. Love Everlasting can get milled. Fizzle Snapshot can get milled. But his opponent is not killing that.
Yikes.
Maybe he calculated that. That's
we need the other shard of the Nard, which is...
That is pretty lucky. He just top decked that shit. Holy crap. And he was correct at losing confidence. I mean, he's at 10 health now. Holy moly. How old is Hero Power Druid right now? I think it was just this year. No? Festival of Legends is here. Over here, 3rd expansion, or 1st of the year. Yeah, he's dead. Well, let's smack him. Literally first game shatters his confidence instantly. I have to give a pity points, of course. Did I? Hopefully. Oh my god.
It's only 5. I think I can just play Svalna here. But also, there's no rush. Oh, what?
Oh, I have a card in my hand that gives me rush minions. It's happening. Holy shit. Except, those minions do in fact suck, like, Trump suggests.
That's the Lord.
Technically, Druid's location is already being played, so I'm not sure how I will do it. Which locations to pick from? Well, you'll find out.
Opponent unfortunately did not know that their win condition was bouncing Astalor.
It is weird to see him this low in the ranks. It is April 7th, but... Wow, what happened, Trump? I imagine if you skip 1 month, you get no star bonus, nothing. That is a scary position to be in. Holy shit.
You're gonna have to pay attention to what the first 3 or 4 cards are.
Alright, yeah, the priest, the unicorn priest, is a pretty cool meme, and I thought I will not be able to avoid it.
From Trump, this is the time.
Highlander priest, again, it's somewhat very different from Mage. And again, you don't just rely on some silly win condition of bursting your opponent in the face.
This is the time that priest shall rise and take over the meta.
Yeah, boy!
The Madman!
Is this coping, or does priest give actual self-esteem? Because, like, so far, it has been kind of meh.
Blah.
Okay. I don't think we see in Highlander cards. Zephyrus, Dragon Alex is still in the deck. But he put pressure on Priest and melted him down. The highlight being Mind Control. Which, God knows where he got that one. Because it's not in the deck. Holy shit. It goes back all the way to the past.
Ooh, mind control. I like it.
That is crazy, bro. It goes all the way back to turn 3 and it saves the day.
I must not have had Mass's Plague of Death, so I think I can play more cards.
It literally counters another 10 mana combo. I mean, it's half tempo, so it could be probably called Unicorn Priest, in a sense. And it has some weird stuff. This video is short, I probably can watch the whole thing.
It's Highlander, Hunter. On the other side, from Trump Laboratories, it's Highlander, Priest. Which deck is better?
Well, let's find out. Yeah, this is pretty fascinating.
Fush. Water Bear and Cleric working together. It's a beautiful sight.
I thought they were working together, because it healed you, healed Trump, and then it healed itself. That is really OP playing. Yeah, you can't even make up anything interesting with Mage. Any interesting scenarios, he didn't even do anything, like, so boring. But this seems fine.
7?
I guess we've proven that it's better than the Hunter.
You'll find me wherever the action is.
That was close, though. Holy shit. Again, no Highlander cards have been played. That's a very interesting development of things. If you do play a Highlander card, you seem to win the game, though.
It's like SI7 Agent. I mean, it's like Big Edwin Van Cleef. Look!
One last game, boys. We're checking out some Silent Priest, apparently. But actually, this seems more interesting. A Climb to Legend, bro. That's a very weird choice, and I don't think that Legendary is free. I want to double check real quick. I mean, it's 17 and he's still stuck at bronze. What a long climb he's gonna have, right? It's kind of weird. Let's just watch this. The Silence Priest, which is again another archetype Mage wish they had. Let me show you something incredibly satisfying.
Oh, I like it. Cool.
She's here, guys. Oh my god, this is... You see this screenshot? That's crazy, bro. Also, it's very satisfying that, you know, Trump beat a girl and beat Mage with Priest. I mean, you can't make this up for the last round, bro. So, I'll give a glitch point, even. But I'm kind of, like, already thinking about the thumbnail of how... Well, Mage just don't have a chance in this battle. Of this cringe battle. Like, Trump videos were so boring with Mage, and it's such a different variety with Priest. It's crazy, bro.
I think the only shaman.
Poor Shaman, bro. Look at all these Ragers. Can't ping them with 1 health, bro. Like, relax. Just use a Borkler or something. It's crazy. Trump is just annihilating other influencers with fucking Silence Priest. Who saw that coming, bro?
We go.
But he says there that this is the best Rager. I actually disagree. The best Rager is best Rager. You know, the best... Oh, I might be misspelling something, but I will hide that letter I'm misspelling. And it is the best Rager, actually. I have a feeling he was forced to play this card, because that card is garbage. I think you can still play Silence Priest as well. That would be interesting. I mean, you have some options. I guess this is the buffed version. I thought this was the same one. Well, Silence Priest. I'm not gonna go full meme, so probably not gonna happen on my channel. Okay, now it's getting a little bit more interesting, actually. The only question is, what do you silence, though? That's the problem. Technically, I mean, yeah, Silence Priest is not gone. I don't think. We obviously have the ultimate 4-mana 7/7 and all that shit. What can you do with that? And that one. Wow, they just printed that one recently. Shit, it's no longer a meme. It's a thing that nobody plays. Silence. God damn.
Show me the.
Please teach Gibbler a lesson. How not to mess with Silent Priest. I don't know what this is, bro. But technically this card is overplayable. Overly playable. And technically you would put that in Rogue while you were crafting. This is also one of the coolest matchups. Gibbler had to draw his entire deck to sustain fuel, right? That's what he saw with Lazul.
Show me the money. I don't think we.
There is in fact some money, bro. And now we are here in fatigue rounds, apparently. Priest just needs to survive, but it's Silence Priest, so it's shit. I'm intrigued, bro.
I have one of these.
Okay, board state changes to Gibbler's favor significantly. I wonder if this is just one.
So opponent is 12 damage on the.
Yes, it is. Okay, I guess unlucky.
This guy's toast.
That was kind of cringe. He could have healed himself instead of playing this. So he got, you know, punished for it. It seems like. At least the way the Gibbler played it. So yeah, healing was better. I don't know. That was super interesting. Keep reducing Priest Cringe levels because of this stuff. Now, the finale of looking at all the cards gonna be soon completed. Starting with Mage 5 drops. What do we got? Absolute garbage. No, it's a very annoying card and probably should be played more often. It's hard to tell because everyone wants spell damage. So of course, probably I'll give it a 5. How cringy it is. Maybe a 4. Because people are not playing it, but it's like crazy powerful. Also, it enables other Borklers to work. Play a 1-drop. Play small minions in general, token minions, they get spell damage. And they boost your Borklers. That's all you need, technically. Arcane Overflow, I've seen this card way too many times, it feels like a 3. But I'll give it a 2. Okay, because it's not oppressive, but it can be boosted by spell damage, which kind of annoys me. Again, and it's also a 5 mana 8/8 in a way. Very consistently, and can be randomly generated. Ugh. Alright, I'll still keep it at 2. Flame Lance, I don't care. Fire Voice Elemental, no. Doesn't matter. If we don't find anything, we have to remove 1 Cringe. Maybe Cloud Prince could be Cringe because of the secret synergy. So instead of reducing 1 Cringe, I'll add 1 point. Everything else seems fine. This is Cringe because it's like weak. And they definitely deserve that for printing weak cards. Obvious Cringe. Improved by spell damage. Haha. And constantly. So you can actually board lock your opponent. Meaning that if they play board minions and don't kill that, it's game over. Yeah. I'll give it a 2. It is a split class type of thing. This became into Cringe eventually. I saw the potential, I mean, it's pretty crazy. And eventually people figured out... This is the moment, like, where OTKs will have still arrived to Mage Arsenal. I have to give it a 5, it's insane. I don't think it's Cringe. This could be Cringe if Mage was able to mana cheat this out somehow. And sometimes when you play fucking Yogg-Box, that happens and they get extra mana. And yes, I said Yogg-Box. That other thing that Mage is known for. Playing stupid random spells non-stop with one spell. It's ridiculous. Now Yogg-Box is technically offsetted to everyone. Everyone can play the prison location. So that's nice. Fire spell, draw spell, I've never seen that. And this one was kind of a dumb card. I probably should not just moved forward because this card is known to be nerfed, unnerfed, and re-nerfed, and like, it's such a turd. Also, does it give mana? 2 mana, right? Like, what the don't do that. You know that's wrong. Like, it even showcases how terrible game design is for Blizzard. But at least it created a deck, I guess. I don't know. It is what it is. You have star power. I don't like star power. It's a ridiculously powerful Borkler that you just have to play. It's almost better than Blizzard. Actually, it is, because it's a newer one. And it literally kills any giants, threats, which is technically a mage weakness that they had in the past. Probably have to give it a 5, because if it really just counters a weakness, like, that's crazy. Exile is a little bit cringe that, again, win condition is doubling your spells, and now with spell damage you just win, haha. And you probably win fairly fast with this card. I'm not sure why it's not being played. It still haven't rotated. A little bit cringe how powerful this thing is. It feels like half of an Astalor for 6 mana. Like, what? That's what enables Excavate Mage, technically, and... like, honestly, like, you're gonna get 8 damage easily. So it's literally half of an Astalor. Literally. Like, fucking, what? No one likes that. No one wants to be known as half of a fucking Astalor that also gives you a card. Most of the Excavate cards have drawbacks, if you haven't noticed. This one does not. This one's pretty crazy. If you played Elemental last turn. This one, Borkler, I'm like not even upset about. Nobody played this thing. It's kind of sad. Obviously, Blizzard needs a 5. Blizzard haven't rotated for some reason. Flamestrike did. Ah, Blizzard. Something tells me Blizzard will rotate very soon. Deathborn is a disgusting Borkler. I easily give a 5. I don't like Deathborn. Oh, you played a bunch of tokens. I guess I win the game. And it's like, what? But I played tokens, but like, don't just win the game because I did something, you know? You literally lose simply because you can be cleared with Deathborn. Massively cleared. That's just, it's cancer in the game right now. Luckily we have star power to choose from, am I right? Yeah, at this point, Mage can just rely on Borklers to win the game. Anyways, moving on. Obviously a little bit cringe, 0 cost card. 2 points, Parrots. I remember this being cringe until it got nerfed. Because it keeps repeating the fucking turn. And other stuff. Yeah, I remember Parrot being annoying as hell. I'll give it a 4. I'm not too convinced with this. But it's such a powerful effect, right? Blah, 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 blah. Sure. I mean, too bad you haven't been played. They try to nerf this card. I think freezing is less common than blowing secrets out of your hand. But technically it shouldn't be. Technically. Is it still here? No. Goodbye. This one's instant cringe. All of a sudden, Mage can now have so much tempo. That's very interesting. I'm impressed. Reno was absolute insanity, and we're gonna see another form of Reno, so might as well pull those 5 points out because we're getting a 10 point for Reno. He wants 10 points. Look at him. I could have given this one 4 points and the last one 6 points. He understands exactly what I want to do. Terrible card, bro. I should give it 4 points and the last one give 6 points. The 10 mana card. But this one still is disgusting. It's a even more consistent wipe of the board. All enemy minions. Except not really because it requires duplicates. So I guess it shouldn't be that cringe. Maybe 3 points. I just actually did this so many times and Highlander Mage was in fact a thing. But it had cards like these. This one's a very fun card. I actually remove 1 cringe. It seems very fun. I never played it, but whatever. Firelands Portal. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with these cards. Flame Strike. Cringe of the past. I had to always think about Flame Strike deleting my minions. It's still probably very playable. But it had to be buffed. So, I guess not. I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. Or power creep has touched Flame Strike the most. Now that minions have health and they can be buffed or just have even more health. Then I think, yeah, it's a very weird one. Why is it not being played? Why it's allowed itself to be rotated? It's a very generic 2 card, so I shouldn't be sitting on it. But it's definitely notorious in Arena, where every Borkler counts even more. 10 damage. In this case, your face can be hurt. At the same time, I'm not too upset about this card. But now we have it in standard. And it's called Excavate. And 6 mana. Now I don't like it. Arcane Defender is probably fine. Probably even like reduces the cringe because that's like a normal card for the first time. There's a clear difference between that and whatever this thing is. Because you pretty much get the same shit. But with a cool effect, I would say. Not just random. Random on top of random. This was a little bit annoying, but I'm okay with this. Grand Finale is actually annoying enough to where it's a very weird win condition. But not more than that, because it's cool. It also has Grand in the name. And it's an elemental synergy. Which is a deck you would want to play all of a sudden because it has a win condition, right? This one's a little bit annoying. I'll give it a 2. It's annoying. If this survives, if you can cheat it out somehow, well, it's another Flame Waker. Congratulations. Alright, more. So apparently Sunset Wally is not good enough to be played. That's pretty funny. Pyroblast is now archaic card. I could still give 1 cringe to Pyroblast. But I'm not going to. This one, however, this one reminds me of Big Mage and how stupid it is and how I don't like it. Probably 5, but the Big Mage is disgusting. Tortula somehow broke the game, I believe. Yes, with the Potion of Illusion or something, it repeats itself, then casts a bunch of blizzards, and wins the game. So that was a cringe card. I'll give 5 points. Even though it was sort of weird. Now it consumes the card, so you cannot just keep repeating the effect. Yeah, Mana Giants. I don't know how I feel about this. Because Giants usually don't make an impact. I don't know how I feel about this. It's an aura effect, though. Isn't that cool? Yeah. We started with this as auras, and now Paladin gets the auras. And gets a really powerful ones. Auras are pretty dangerous, my friends. Last most overpowered aura was Shaman. Shaman summoning 3/4 freezing minions. Power of Creation. It's okay. And then amazing garbage that deserves to burn in hell. Probably even like 6. Mage doesn't have things that make you disappear entirely from the board. Massive Borklers like that. Except with Mass Polymorph. Literally the only one that can do that. So Reno was doing that for a long time and it was so annoying. Every time you hit turn 10, now you have a PTSD of like, oh, well, he's gonna play Reno now. He's gonna play Reno now. And the most cringe part about this, Reno as a hero now is traveling across the land and turn itself into a neutral card. How cool is that? It is not cool. I hate it. Also, random spell, congratulations. What does this do? I am a mage. I don't know what my cards do anymore. Alright, so that was absolute... I feel like I need the recovery pills, but it is what it is. Summon with taunt. I mean, good enough. I haven't actually seen this often enough, to be honest. I wonder how good it is, like, actually. What kind of minion can you make out of this? Probably would go into Silence Priest? I don't know. Because it will have good stats. But then you question, like, but Warlock got a location that does this exact thing. And gives Rush instead of Taunt. Yes. Yes, that's why... But they have to play something that they cannot silence, though, so... There's some advantages for Priest. I'll actually remove 1 cringe because we're investing a conversation into 1 card. And I don't care about this one. Clean the Scene is obviously nonsense. I don't like Borklers like that. One of the most hated cards. +5. I was okay with this, but I can understand seeing this over and over again. Seeing greetings, fellow humans. I mean, that's kind of stupid. Dragonfire, at least 3, again. Now just seeing just Borklers is kind of disgusting. You get to turn 5 and all of a sudden, Priest turns into evil. Excavated evil. Haha, why not bringing this card back in instead of like shuffling something? You can just excavate, right? That would be cool. Just for the coolness factor, I'll just only give 2 cringe points. Because this should have been brought back, as I say. Silence, yay, haha. Pretty cool card actually, Spawn of the Shadows. This one's fine as well. Maybe overplayed, but fine. Mass Hysteria, I'll give 4. It was a disgusting card, it can clear anything pretty much. But there is potential for something to survive, and you can't just play it on an empty, 1 minion board. And you can sort of play around it as well. It's kind of fine in that sense. Maybe I'll give it 3. This one's a little bit annoying. I'll give it a 3 again. It's the only Borkler that Shadow Priest is using right now, but it still hurts. Swarm of the Lightbugs. This is actually such a cool card. I will reduce 1 cringe. Wow, okay, Priest wins. We know that much. There's no way you can close the gap anymore. This is absolute cringe, very powerful. 4. We'll give it a 4. And you get to choose what kind of Borkler you like. Like the one with a big minion, with a small minion. You get to choose. Obviously not really, you have to wait at the same time. But it's annoying. Cabal Shadow Priest is a cool card. I'm not gonna have beef with that one. Invoke Galacrons. Yeah, Galacron reminds me of some pretty terrible moments when everyone played Control. So just for the reminder, I give 2 points of cringe. Holy shit. Actually haven't checked the craftable cards at all. I am scared, guys. I'm gonna be here longer than expected. Alright, quickly then. Blast. Into another blast. Probably 2 points of cringe, not a big deal. Blah blah blah. Dragon Fury. A little bit annoying. This is fine. 1. This is absolutely annoying. This is ridiculously annoying. I'll give 5 in total. This one's a little bit annoying as well. Kind of has direct damage. Does crazy things. I think it also gives you Pyroblast, not just Fireball. I don't know. A little bit. It's not a big deal. Holding a Dragon. It was a cool card to some extent. Dual class. I actually don't know the power level of the card. Rolling Fireball, I mean, a little bit annoying. It is 8 damage. I sort of understand though, like just 1 point. Alan, that's a little bit annoying. What the hell is... It felt like the other 6 drop that Priest was playing to get infinite stuff. Yeah, Belinda, the big mage, not a fan. In fact, I missed a few cards here by not looking at the craftables. This one's actually pretty cool. I want to see it do things and stuff. Your opponent would just end the turn though. Visit. I don't know. I don't know what that does. Meteor. Maybe 2 points of cringe. Let's remember. 1 secret. This is actually kind of like the most normal Titan, that once you kill it, nothing bad happens to you. It can block. Interesting. I'll gotta pass this one. This is Titans are so annoying that getting a somewhat, like, normal one is pretty good. I think. Stiff main... Fuck on. That bullshit, man. We gotta stop. And Tinnitus, we probably gotta stop, but only 3 points of cringe, because having Exodia in the game is kind of notorious thing to do. Like, if we delete that from history, something might happen. Flame Leviathan, I have to remove 1 point, because that's such a notorious card. That crypt-like, and put it in a deck to try it out. Now have been buffed. Wow. Would you play this in Mega deck? Greater missiles, blah blah blah. Ragnaros, a little bit annoying. But I don't think it's that bad. Obviously the hero power mage still annoys me to this day. Even though I don't play wild. But I definitely remember people playing this over and over and over again. Because it's a hero card. But probably played more than other hero cards if they even existed. Okay, maybe Paladin's Cariel was the most disgusting one of all. Pocket Galaxy, well, it's cringe because it went both ways. Nerfed and unnerfed. Okay. And then nerfed again. Actually, it bounced around a little bit. This is actually fine, but at the same time, Mech Mage is a little bit too fast for me. So, meaning that it's aggressive. Fire Eye is absolute cancer of the world. It constantly kills me. Not only deals with your board successfully, like Reno does. Basically, this was Reno for a very long time. For a mage. It replaced the damn thing. And you just die from that 10 damage. 10 damage to your face just like that, bro? Why do you deserve that shit? Even if it, like, did, like, over 2 turns, that would be fine. Almost. This one's... I never seen it kill me. Technically. Maybe a couple of times. Ronin Zaragoza, cool. Frostledge Jaina, not so cool. But I do like the flavor to some extent. I just don't like the flavor of resetting the game. So I still have to give 3 points of cringe. Caligos. Okay. Are we done yet? Oh, we have this. I don't think Caligos is that bad. I think it's a pretty cute card. Maybe even worth -1 point. I don't know how powerful DG Mana Storm is. Funny enough. I'll give it a little bit of cringe, but I do like big spells that currently exist. But these ones, holy shit, man. Holy shit. It's a 10 all the way for these ones. So I don't have to think about it. We should still be able to finish this off. What? Corrupt? Destroy all. I did see this and it is pretty annoying. 3 points. Nope. Annoying. Probably 3 points because it can steal games easily. So crazy. My board gets cleared and your board gets reborn. That's not fair. Raza, obviously 5. Seems fine, right? Seems kind of stupid as well. Like, the only notable card is this. This one is shit. I'll give 1 cringe, it's random. Okay, Trump, you can go now. It's my time to shine. Swap. This was actually kind of cool card. I appreciated the flavor. This one not so much, but only Paladin was playing that shit. Choose a minion. At the start, you gain control of it. So it's a delayed that wasn't played, but it's kind of sad that way. Because your opponent, like, it still smashes it into things, and you're always going to pick a big minion. It's not really a cool card at all. This one is cool. This one, I like it. You have to play it. It's cool, but it's not powerful enough, I guess. I'll still remove one Cringe because at least it gives something to think about. And potentially you still think about, like, playing it in the first place in most of your decks. Should have been 6/6, by the way. Now we just have a 7 mana monstrosity in neutral pool that does way better things than this. It just literally doubles the stats. And it's kind of weird how things transition slowly into neutrals. This one is disgusting Titan. I hate it. Super annoying. I mean, that one's cool. That one's pretty cool. Just kidding. Infinite value? I'm not sure how it feels like. But you have to still waste 3 mana for this thing. Unless you have the other legendary card. It's kind of cool that they synergize, but I'm not gonna be a fan of it or anything. I'm not a fan of Raden either, since I don't know how it works. But maybe it's a pretty cool card. It does give me some ideas. Maybe I would play that stuff. Didn't start in your deck. I wonder what kind of board I can build with this. Too bad it's not a battle cry, but you can still copy and paste it into your hands. Colossal is annoying as hell. Is it worth 4? Almost. It is a 7 mana card. That is ridiculous. I'll give it a 4. Resetting the game is a no-no, my friends. Actually, we stopped looking at the new cards. Where were we? Light Bomb, we didn't check that, but we checked these cards. Holy Fire, pretty cool card. Yes, yes, yes. Lightborn, Light Bomb. It does hurt. You can actually sort of play around this as well. It's pretty nice. And it's pretty expensive, but it can kind of kill any minion as well. I'll give it a 4. Since it came back as well. Like, why? I don't want that. Is this like an old card or what? Howling Wolf? What is that? Is it not old? I don't even know what that is. It's core. It just says core twice. I don't think it's a core card, bro. How is it a core? So we check that. This one's annoying. This one's the new, like, Resurrect Priest bullshit. But they can't quite do it anymore. I'll give it a 2. It's not that relevant. This one's fine. This one's also a little bit annoying in every single Control Priest. Resetting the game and such. Yeah, looks fine. Or is it? Is it fine? It looks pretty annoying to me. It looks like you have to go through, like, giant taunts twice. 14 taunts for 7 mana. And plus attack. That seems like stupid. Holy shit. This one's fine. Nobody played it, it seems like. Obviously, Galacrons. I'll give it a 5. I hate this shit. This is such an annoying card. Coming with the annoying package. And more annoying oranges. Psychic Scream. Now we get to territory where everything disappears. Thank you very much, Priest. Very much appreciated. Double hero power, blah blah blah. Skeleton, dragon. Well, I've seen this card a lot. But I don't think it steals games. Or does anything for a 7-drop. Maybe Prophet Villain does deserve a couple of cringe points. No duplicates. Discover Dragon. I don't even know what this does. Because first time I see this, it feels like Caverns of... Oh, Caverns of Time, of course. Summon Whelp. I actually played this card, I believe. That was kind of cool. The first Whelp Summoner, 3/3 Whelp Summoner. This is where it started. I have to give it -1. Just for that flavor. Because my personal Whelp Summoner is Druid. Legendary. This got nerfed? Oh, come on. Come on, Epsilon. What have you done, bro? I'm okay with this, that's fine. This one's getting annoying to me, actually. Because of the stupid combo wombo you can do. Still have to check everything. Stormir is super duper annoying. I'll give it a 4. You get a strong board and they just steal it to some extent. Murzon is annoying. 3. For a long time, people thought it was like a bad card or something. I don't understand, bro. Summon Tintin of nothing. Give 3/5. For nothing. Spell in your hands. Oh my god, it's 0 mana. You know, is it? Okay, it's a recent card, but not in standard anymore. I haven't seen this being played. How much more do we have? We're almost there. Whirlpool's still in standard, still a disgusting card. But I've actually haven't seen this too often. Obviously it's in every control deck, it's disgusting. I'll give it a 3. It's annoying. Trickle Battle Cry. Wow. Very annoying cards. But it kind of creates the Death Rattle Priest in a way. Isn't that cool? It probably just resets the game though. That's why it's so playable. You play a bunch of Death Rattles that heal you. And whatever else you like. And all of a sudden, just wait, and the hero power upgrade arrives as well. God damn, let's do a 5. I've seen this too many times. All minions from your hand. This is garbage, bro. I'll give that petty 1 cringe, so Mage doesn't feel that bad. At the end of turn, do cringe stuff, because I don't like this card. This one is also annoying. Mass Resurrection. Also annoying. Is everything annoying past this point? So far, so annoying. But I think this ends here. Floating Gallery, maybe a little bit. I still haven't seen the full potential of this card. Flesh Giant, fine-ish. I think it was nerfed. Maybe requires 1 cringe. Mind Control is actually fine. It's still in... Oh, Legacy. Good enough then. And that's it. I think I've seen this plenty of times. But again, Giants don't bother me that much. That is it, guys. Mage is officially unplayable. Just in comparison with Priest alone. With comparison with Priest, you have 32% more cringe, which is now pretty significant. At this height, Nothing can rival the cringe of Mage. In fact, it has 2 last letters correct. You know. Just do that. And you have a Mage in there somewhere. No, don't give me that. Don't give me that. Don't give me this one, bro. Come on, man. I thought we were friends. I thought you didn't see Cringe and Priest either. Okay, I guess the video's over now. But let's watch the Priest explode one more time.
I will say I drew like super badly. None of the silence stuff.
Boom! Super badly? What happens? I guess. He didn't even have card draw in the first place. Which is kind of necessary for a semi-combo deck. Alright, see you guys next time. And thank you for subscribing. I very much appreciate it, actually. Wow. We went from 50 to 60. Really fast. Maybe I can even see it. +1, +1, +1. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah, I can technically see all of these. 10 subscribers. Wow. Keep it coming, boys.